Hi guys, I'm Claire and you're watching Rent to Grown, and as you may know, Matthew and I are moving to Tennessee at the end of this summer. And in this video, I wanted to give you a pretty good idea of what our new house is going to look like. As you might have guessed from the name of our channel, we rent for a lot of reasons, and we will probably be renting for quite some time. We are not buying a house, we are not building a house, and we haven't picked out a house to rent yet. But I can tell you with some pretty good certainty a few of the things that you can expect to see. I have moved across country a lot, more than I would like to admit sometimes. And whenever I am looking for a new place to rent, I always get a little bit anxious, and I think a lot of people do. You have an idea of what you want, but then as it comes closer and closer to time to move, you can get a little bit distant from what you were hoping for in your dream home, and you're a lot more likely to settle. However, I have come up with a really good way to prevent myself from doing that. It takes just a little bit of willpower and a list. What I have here on my handy dandy notebook is some chicken scratch that is going to tell me exactly what I want in a house. Matthew and I just sat down and talked about it, and we've listed 5 criteria in the need category and 5 criteria in the want category. The needs all have to be met in the same property, all of them, because they're needs. And then the wants would be anything that would make a property just a little bit better, but it's not contingent on us getting it. I've found that by clearly laying out everything that I need, I don't get stuck in a lease, even for a year, in a place that I'm gonna hate. So without further ado, I would like to read you my 5 wants and my 5 needs. In the want category, and in no particular order, I have a basement. This would be really nice for not only storage, but also a storm shelter. Up here in northern Indiana, most houses have basements, but in Tennessee, not so much. So it's really a rare luxury when you find a house that has one. Number 2 is central AC. Y'all, Tennessee is hot. I'm not going over in the mountains where you get the occasional breeze or anything. Our average wind speed in West Tennessee is less than 10 miles an hour for like a good chunk of the year, unless we're having just gale force winds from a severe thunderstorm or something. It's not pleasant. It's humid and stagnant and hot. And we have window units that we will be taking with us that we own, but it would be really nice to have central AC in the house. Number 3 is a dishwasher. Matthew washes all of our dishes by hand, and it's something that he does a great job at, and that I'm so grateful that he lets me cook and tear up the house and leave him with a mess, and he cleans it without complaining every single day. But I think it would be really nice to have an appliance to help him out a little bit on that. Number 4 would be 3 bedrooms. 3 would be really nice. That's what we have now. Plus I have office space in the basement. So I have my office, Matthew has his office, we have our bedroom, and then we actually have a guest bedroom. And assuming that we don't find a house with a basement that I can put a computer in, if we had a 3-bedroom house, that would give us our bedroom and my office to work from home in, and his little man cave, which is really important to him. And I don't know how much people know about Matthew, but he's really, really shy and introverted, and it's really important for him to have a place where he can go and shut the door and not talk to anybody and kind of recharge for a while. Number 5 is a carport or a garage. Not only would this allow us to protect the vehicles a little bit better, but it would also give us a really nice covered workspace for any projects that we wanted to do out of the sun. Now we are on to the needs category, and like I said before, all of the things that I am about to list for you have to be met in one property, and I have faith that we will find it. If it is out there to be had, it will be ours. Number 1, and it is number 1 for a reason, is a bathtub. And that might sound really weird, but I love baths. I take a bath at least once a day, every day. If I'm sick, sometimes I might take 3 baths in a day and just so it's amazing. I love it. And I couldn't imagine living in a house where I only had a shower. That would make me so sad. But not only that, but if we don't have a washer and dryer, because that's not on our wants and needs list, I need a place that I can wash my laundry year round, and the bathtub's been working for me. You can check out that video if you want to see how I do it. Number 2, it is very important that any property that we choose be pet friendly. I don't care if they let me have chickens or quail or rabbits or whatever. It's important to me that Ollie be able to come with us. He is my child. He is family, and I am not getting rid of him ever. Number 3, and this is actually Matthew's choice, is that our new house have good internet speeds. It doesn't really matter what the provider is. It doesn't necessarily even matter how much it costs. It has to have good internet. And not only is this important for me doing the YouTube thing, it is important for me when I work from home, and it's important for him for his gaming. Number 4 is a big one, and it's gonna be the one that is the most difficult to meet, I think. It is important that this house be outside the city limits. That is kind of with an asterisk. So I don't want to live in the main metropolitan area that we will be living in, but I might not be opposed to living within the city limits of one of the smaller towns that's like half an hour, 45 minutes away from that major city. But I don't want to live there. Best case scenario, we're actually in the county and we're not under any city's jurisdiction. That's the only one that's going to be kind of iffy. And rounding out the list at number 5, I need autonomy over my yard. That is just, I've always had it until we moved here. If you want to watch the videos about that and all the drama that's going on with the landlord and the neighbors, I'll link that up here too. I'm not going through this again, y'all. I can't. I need a garden. I need a place for Ollie to be able to play, and I need my neighbors to not have a right to come in my yard. I don't think that's too much to ask for. So that is the best I can give you for what our new house is going to look like. I don't know if it's going to be log cabin-y. I don't know if it's going to be a brick house. I don't know if it's going to be in a subdivision. Hopefully not. I don't know if it's going to be a trailer in the woods. I have no idea. But it's going to be ours, and it's going to be amazing, and I'll bring you along as soon as I find it. Between you and me, Matthew and I submitted an application for a house today, which is really exciting because it's the perfect area and it meets all of our criteria and then some. And I sent it to him and I was like, this is the one. But obviously there's no guarantee that we'll get it, and also it's available immediately, and we won't be moving until August or September. So fingers crossed it works out, but if it's not the one, then just y'all be praying with us that we find the one soon, because I'm already stressing myself out about it. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you around. Bye!